Well, welcome. I'm here with Cindy Hadley, a dear friend, and we've been with Neolife for many, many years, 29 years and 21 years for Cindy. We're excited to share a little bit more about the Neolife Golden Home Care line, the home care products. And the reason why I'm really excited is John Miller did an incredible phone presentation at one of our conference calls on April the 3rd. I would highly recommend that you go on the podcast and listen to the call, because a lot of the information I'm going to share with you today is based on that call, but I'm going to be very brief and try to make it a little simpler. There's a lot of history behind Neolife being green for over 60 years, when green wasn't really cool, right? Way back when. And I remember when I was introduced to Neolife 29 years ago, the cleaning products weren't really of interest to me. It was more of the nutritional line, but the more I got involved with the company, the more I realized that the environmental piece is so important, and Neolife being one of the first companies way back then to develop a home care green line. So very, very grateful for that.
It took me actually quite a few years before I switched to this, and as soon as I first used it, I kept smelling the towels because there was no
odor, no residue.
Smelled clean.
Amazing cleaning products. And one thing I want to share with you is the Golden line and the Golden products. They meet and succeed all of the regulatory requirements for every country in the world that we're in. So it's not just a North American thing, and that's really, really important. So we surpass that.
Household name in Europe.
Is that we're a household name in Europe? Yeah, and pretty soon we're going to be a household name here in North America. So again, green and biodegradable before green was trendy. So really excited. So we're going to share with you just some of the differences and how the Neolife cleaning products work. And they use a lot of plant-based raw materials, coconut oil, coconut-based. So what these ingredients have are more like surfactants, emulsifiers that will lift dirt and also disperse. And we're going to show you some examples of how that works with some of our cleaning products. But the main thing is low dose, low burden. And Neolife's goal back 60 years ago when they were developing the home care line was not to sell us the water. And the reason for that is the cost of transport, and again, reducing energy. Okay.
For environment,
less bottles and reusable bottles. So you're not constantly buying plastic bottles and dumping them. You're reusing the same containers as you're using the cleaners as well. Okay. So the first product I'm going to talk to you about is our Super 10, and I'm going to have Cindy just come over this way. So Super 10 is more of our heavy duty cleaner. It's great. Again, it has plant-derived fatty soap. So soaps are what will clean and disperse and emulsify along with the surfactants. It quickly breaks down, which is important, and then goes away and into the environment, and there's nothing left. There's no residue left either.
Yeah, totally biodegradable.
And completely biodegradable, which is really, really important as well. And very concentrated, so you need very, very little. So this replaces like your toxic cleaners, like your Comet, your Vim, like all those, like when you're showering, cleaning your shower stall. I know that's a big thing for people when they're in the shower. Like, how do they clean their shower? You know, it's very toxic. So Cindy's gonna do a demo on our Super 10.
Yeah.
And what's nice about this product? So this is a household purpose cleaner. It's diluted either 10 to 1. Or 3 to 1, and you can even do it half and half.
And John even said on some lighter
50 to 1.
Yeah.
So it's so concentrated. So even just washing your kitchen, like wiping things down, you just need a few drops, and it works. It works so well. I've even had some people share how they use it in their pressure washers, where they would do like put a cap full in 5 gallons, and fabulous for pressure washing like your house, like if you want to clean your eaves, things like that, or for pool covers, boats. And again, if it goes into the water or into your grass or into your lawn, it's not toxic, and it's not going to hurt the environment either.
Not to do that on deck. But sometimes too, you do this.
Yep. So you can see
Sometimes
how
you have to do it again just because it pulls
well,
out.
it
but
actually,
usually-
what happens with the Super 10 when you spray it, and if the stain gets down back into the Jeep backing, it'll keep working.
It'll
So you
keep
just have to
bringing it up. So,
keep blotting it and keep bringing it up.
but a friend had tried for years. She had a tea stain on a carpet, and she had tried for years to get it out with other things, and she couldn't. She used the Super 10, and it was.
And it came right out.
Yeah.
So it works amazing on so many different surfaces.
Red wine and
red wine, all those lovely things.
Animals, little.
Yeah.
Gifts they leave you.
But you have to add water to it. Like water makes it work better. Okay, it actually accelerates the product to make it work. Okay, so really important. Do not recommend using it straight up. Okay, you definitely. Obviously, another thing that I have people use it is in their wash. For when athletes, when they perspire, or people that they have an odor on their clothing, you can actually spray that on the underpits, or just even put a capful in the wash along with the soap that I'm going to talk about next. And fantastic for washing, doing a load to getting that odor out of your clothing as well if you're concerned about.
And there was another friend actually puts that in her rinse water.
In the rinse water?
But
there you go, as a rinse.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so the next product I'm going to talk about is our G1, and that's our laundry compound. Love this product. Again, very concentrated. You don't need a lot. And as you can see, right, Cindy?
You can just see that you just need this one little capful
for a regular machine, but half of that
for a front loader.
For a front loader,
so, whereas normally you'd have to use this for.
So again, low dose, low burden, non-toxic. Now it's non-ionic surfactants, biodegradable. There is a small amount of phosphates. And I remember when years ago, phosphates was a bad word, and phosphates are important, and that is something that I'm so grateful that Neolife is so far ahead in the scientific field. Phosphates are important for hard water. It deactivates the ions. It's important for when the residue and the dirt gets into the water, and it gets to where when the water is leaving the systems, especially like where the water is held, the surfactants actually work to not the surfactants, the phosphates are important because they help the water to get rid of the stuff that's coming off the clothing, the soil and the oil and things like that. So phosphates in a low dose are now playing an important role in the field of cleaning. Okay, so that's why Neolife keeps it in there. And I find that the clothes last longer. Your blacks stay black. They don't change in color. Another thing that's really, really good, there's no wear and tear on the hardware on your washing machine. There's nothing causing corrosion. Okay, so the longevity of your machine, your washing machine, is a lot longer. Even your dishwasher, I use the G1 tablespoon in the dishwasher as well. So,
and you don't need fabric softener.
Do not need fabric softener.
It just rinses right out.
Yeah, free rinsing.
You're not left with all of those particles that some of the others, or even I find even the liquid, ones that they're recommending they still have a lot of chemicals in them. So,
yeah. And again, the powder works well even in a front end loader. Okay, all liquid is just adding more water.
Yeah. And baby's clothes, my daughter, that is all she's ever used, and she is constantly doing washing. But I think she might go through 1.5.
Yeah, you do not need to buy a separate compound for your laundry for children or baby's clothes, for sure. Okay, the next thing I'd like to talk about is actually my favorite product, and I love these two, but the LDC, because I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, and it's something that I was introduced to initially as as a cleaning product is our light duty cleaner called LDC, and it is very concentrated as well. So it is a light duty cleaner. So it is more for your fine washables. I like using it in the bathroom for hand soap. It has a cosmetic grade. So what that means is it's not harmful on your skin. So it doesn't, because you're using it more when you're washing your dishes, so there's more hands-on, more contact. So it does have that cosmetic grade standard. Again, so concentrated, you need very, very little. And I'm going to show you an example of the LDC. Okay, so literally you fill this container up with water and just put a little bit of LDC in there from this container. So, if this is diluted 5 to 1, you end up getting like six liters. Okay, so we do not sell you the water again. Okay, so one example is the broccoli. When they spray your food, they spray it with an oil-based pesticide. So you can see that the broccoli is floating, so there's oil. So again, it doesn't disperse, right? The water does not get through the oil that our vegetables are sprayed with. Whereas when you put a little bit of the diluted, already diluted, not concentrated LDC in the water, you can see the broccoli is sinking and all the oil has been removed from the broccoli. And I'm going to try to show you what it looks like. And look how nice and green, how green it gets compared to this one that's still kind of a paler green. Okay, I wash all my fruits and vegetables, spinach, your kale, even your cabbage,
even your organic,
or even organic. Yeah. Like when you wash organic lettuce, it still comes out dirty. The water is dirty. So highly recommend washing everything, even the outside of your cantaloupe, because when you go to touch it, you're cutting. Your grapes are not shiny when you wash it in LDC. And apples, you can see the wax kind of coming off. And Cindy's going to show you how this makes the water, how it disperses. Okay, so here's an example. We're going to put some oil, a little drop of oil in the water. And you're going to see how it just kind of sits. Okay, so when you add the LDC, and you'll see, it actually will put it through and literally emulsifies. And
yes, it's not floating.
It won't float, it won't sit. So very important for septic systems or any pipes, right? So it won't sit in your pipe. So when you're washing greasy things, it won't stick. Okay, so really, really important. And it just removes everything. And again, great for fine washables, washing your dishes, your fruits and vegetables.
Lice.
And lice, because it doesn't kill the lice, but it just it removes the coating off the outside of the lice, so that it can't survive.
Yeah. So the penguin story is awesome story.
Neolife donated over $50,000 worth of LDC and saved over 25,000 penguins in the oil spill in Cape Town, South Africa. So they have come to the rescue several times in different oil spills. And again, so it was strong enough to remove the oil from the feathers of the penguin, but gentle enough that it did not remove their natural coating. So they were able to continue their mating. And that's really, really important. So again, fantastic for the environment again. So those are our Neolife Home Care products. Again, Earth Day is coming up, April the 22nd.
Yes.
So I would encourage you to share this on that day as well. So we have our G1 laundry compound. We have our Super 10. Again, our heavy duty cleaner, and our LDC, which is our light duty cleaner that replace all the cleaners in your home, and again, for fruits and veggies and many other purposes. So if you have any questions, you know how to find us. Shoot us a message, and I look forward to you using these and hearing some of your incredible testimonials on these great products. And thank you, Cindy, for joining me today.